Unless you've been living on Mars for the past 10 years, you'll likely be familiar with the term K-pop, a musical genre emanating out of the bustling hub of South Korea. The sound of its home in the streets of Gangnam has taken over the world, spawning massive hits and billions of streams in the process. But rather than simply being confined to the nation that birthed it, K-pop has become a global phenomenon, and its biggest acts can sell out literal stadiums around the world. Meanwhile, some of its most iconic stars have even been winning awards stateside.
I seriously forgot what I gotta say. Thank you, AMAs, and we're truly honored to be on this stage with such amazing, tremendous artists right over here. We're so honored. Thanks for that.
And the VMA goes to... Can I get a drum roll, please? Lisa! Well, this is heavy.
Since then, the global reach of the genre has showed no signs of slowing down, and recently, the Netflix film K-pop Demon Hunters has literally broke records across streaming platforms for film and music alike.
The animated film K-pop Demon Hunters has quickly become a smash hit, with several streaming records on Netflix, a #1 album on the Billboard charts, and a sing-along version soon to be in theaters. It's also getting some early Oscar buzz.
Not only was it the most watched film of all time on the platform, but the film's fictional group Hunter X's song Golden hit #1 on the Billboard's Hot 100, and technically made them the first all-women group to do so in 24 years. Given this incredible success, and the massive financial rewards that would surely come with it, you'd be forgiven for thinking that entering the agency-led world of K-pop is a dream for those chosen few who get the opportunity to do so. But behind all the glitz, glamour, and ginormous sales figures, there's an underbelly to the whole thing. Because away from the cameras, there are incidents where K-pop creates a torturous and restrictive environment that pushes some people to the brink and beyond.
야, 세게 안 누른다 지금. 어? 나 지금 손만 살짝 올리고 있는 거야.
人生ほど厳しいものはないんじゃないかなって私は思いますね.
와, 나도 생긴 것도 얼굴 좀 생기고 노래도 어느 정도 좀 잘하고 춤도 어느 정도 잘 추는데 나도 가수나 해볼까? 라고 생각하시는 분들이 대부분일 거예요. 이 꿈을 꾸지 말아라 이건 아니에요. 그래도 한 번 더 생각을 해봐야 된다.
It's your boy Louaista, and this is the dark side of the K-pop industry. To understand why everything isn't as idyllic as it may seem for these stars, it's important to understand they are held to a very different standard to an American or British celebrity. As while artists like Taylor Swift or NBA YoungBoy may have borderline deranged fans in their own ways, the intensity of their devotion to their favorites pales in comparison to the insane level of scrutiny that a K-pop star is under. They pay attention to every move. They comment on their hair, explains Rob Schwartz, an Asia correspondent for Billboard. It's crazy how they have these guys under a microscope. It seems like a vicious cycle of being placed under a microscope to perform at a high level. Beyond simply paying attention to their every move, there is also a presumption of a certain moral standard to these artists that no one expects from their average star over here. Or as K-pop columnist Jeff Benjamin put it, K-pop idols are called idols in Korea, beings that must be ideal, perfect people and performers at all times, even in their personal lives. Given how they're expected to behave, and the money that is invested into these stars by major talent agencies like HYBE, YG, SM, and JYP among others, they don't leave anything up to chance. As a result, budding idols are subjected to training programs where they tend to live together in dormitories, but that's far from all that it entails. K-pop companies are notorious for being extremely strict with young performers, known as idols, usually banned from dating or owning a mobile phone. Said an insider to the Daily Mail, they also work long hours, spending hours each day performing or rehearsing, often on a little sleep. With trainees expected to work up to 15 hours per day, agencies often assign members of a group to a personality trait, such as shy, sexy, or funny, to perform in any public appearances. While in lawsuits, idols have filed against their companies for contracts that required an unrealistic amount of practice time, with no consideration for artists' health and overly extensive contract durations. Alongside the demands of the schedule, they are also not permitted a private life, and when they do try to carve one out, things can go badly for their life and career. This isn't hypothetical, and there are real examples of this, with stars such as Hyuna from 4 Minutes and Edon of Pentagon being kicked out of their groups and agency Club Entertainment for being in a relationship. Likewise, K-pop idols Block B's Zico and Seohyun of AOA were forced to break up following public pressure. It's not just relationships with fellow artists that are forbidden either. In 2020, Chen of EXO was forced to get married in secret to his wife after she fell pregnant, and when the public found out, all hell broke loose. Despite him issuing a public apology, the news led to protests and demonstrations demanding his expulsion.
아니 원래 첫 번째가 올라왔었잖아요. 그때는 팬들한테 사과가 없어가지고 전 그때도 그래서 처음부터 탈퇴를 주장하는 거였는데 두 번째는 근데 너무 기간이 길어졌잖아요. 그래서 더 탈퇴를 좀 더 원하는 그런 바.
Considering the riches that can follow from entering a K-pop group, there are some fame-hungry individuals who'd argue that this was a small price to pay. However, this is only one side of the coin, as there's a whole lot more where that came from. As it's not just their relationships that take the toll, but their health and psyches. Due to the fact that idols are supposed to radiate perfection, there are expectations placed on them that are often hard to overcome. Due to this, there is often a pressure to diet to the extreme, with many ex-idols, including members of Boyfriend and After School, conceding how little they ate and the scrutiny they were under.
As soon as we go into the
In many cases, trainee idols, both male and female, were compelled to get plastic surgery to enhance their image too.
Do you think you were affected at all?
To put some people off. My sister was a huge fan of K-pop. She slowly started finding things out and eventually decided she couldn't support an industry that could treat their stars in such an inhumane manner. My ex was in the K-pop industry in the early 2000s. The exploitation and exhaustion the trainees went through gave most of them PSD. However, it's not enough to discourage everyone from either pursuing a career in it or devoting their lives to following it as a fan, even as horror stories are entering the public eye more and more. One of the people who has raised the alarm as of late is Dayo, former member of a K-pop group by the name of Baby Boo. After becoming a trainee in the 10th grade, she formally debuted at age 20. However, the experience was a far cry from what she'd envisioned. According to her, she was never paid across the course of 500 shows, and that they were never privy to how much cash their relentless touring schedule should have actually provided them. This has earned them the reputation as the slave girl group of the K-pop world. In an in-depth interview, she spoke of the relentless training, as well as her diet and weight being stringently monitored by her agency that helped to instill unrealistic beauty standards for the members to live up to.
평소 연습 스케줄 같은 경우에는 아침에 이제 일어나서 10시부터 기본이 뭐 8시부터 9시까지예요, 저녁. 근데 이제 컴백이나 앞두고 있을 때는 그런 퇴근 시간이 없이 새벽에도 연습을 하고 아침에 7시까지 연습을 하고 이제 다시 집에 들어가서 잠만 자고 나오고 이렇게 생활을 했었죠. 음악 방송은 이제 그 낮 시간에 하거나 저녁 시간에 하거나 또 음악 방송이 끝나면 다시 또 연습실에 가서 밤새 이렇게 새벽 연습을 하고 또 이렇게 항상 반복된 생활을 했었어요. 그 당시에 이제 걸그룹 활동을 했을 때는 또 심지어 노래가 저희가 몸매 막 이런 노래가 있었어요. 그렇기 때문에 더 다이어트를 많이 했어야 됐고 그 당시에는 제가 지금보다 엄청 이제 살을 많이 뺐을 때 하루에 사과 하나 먹고 버티고 막 그렇게 다들 극단적으로 다이어트를 좀 많이 했었어요. 뭐 아니면은 이동 중에 샐러드 하나 이렇게 먹고 방송을 한다거나 거의 먹는 게 거의 없었던 것 같아요. 알아서 다 했죠. 근데 대신 회사에서는 그냥 압박을 줘요. 너네 이렇게 뚱뚱하면은 방송 못 나가 라는 말을 하시니까 저희는 어떻게 해서든 빼야 돼서 저희 스스로 이제 헬스장 가고 운동 다니고 뭐 예를 들어 다이어트 주사를 이제 맞거나 개인 사비로 그런 식으로 해가지고 다이어트를 했었어요.
Apparently, she was given no semblance of artistic freedom either, not to mention the financial strain they were placed under within their lopsided contract that they were tricked into by their naivety.
때마다 그 노래 선곡에 본인 선택이나 의견이 있었나요?
아니요, 거의 저희는 그냥 좀 유명하시지 않은 작곡가님들의 노래를 거의 저렴하게 정말 저렴하게 이렇게 받아오거나 좀 그냥 거의 받는다시피 이제 가져오셔가지고 저희는 뭐 여러 곡 중에 골라라 이게 아니라 그냥 이 곡이야 이렇게 주시면 그것만 연습하고 이렇게.
In the program, she took us to our old dorm where the agency stopped paying for the hot water and even the rent. The girls would then go to a nearby salon to wash their hair before performances. They also always packed their belongings in constant fear of being kicked out.
저희가 그때 당시에는 너무 어리기도 했고 이 가수라는 꿈을 이루기 위해서 그동안 너무 많은 연습을 해왔고 오디션을 되게 많이 봤으니까 드디어 저희가 이제 데뷔라는 꿈을 이룬 거잖아요. 그때 당시에는 이렇게 힘든 게 당연한 줄 알았어요. 힘들어도 우리가 버티고 더 열심히 하면 언젠간 되겠지라는 마음으로 해왔기 때문에 그때도 힘들었는데 그냥 일단 앞만 보고 달려가자 했던.
Later down the line, she opened up about how the group's disbanding came about, revealing that the CEO was shockingly transparent about his intentions for their careers once they'd fallen out of favor.
그 나머지 2명 멤버는 좀 뒤늦게 합류를 했던 멤버여가지고 이제 그 멤버들한테는 그냥 너네 계약 그냥 끝내줄게 이렇게 하셨는데 저희는 좀 이제 활동한 기간이 있다 보니까 너네가 망하는 꼴을 봐야지 끝날 거다라고 이런 식으로 말씀도 하시면서 그렇게 이제 저희가 아무데도 가지 못하고 활동을 못하게 하시려고 그렇게 하시더라고요.
Through tales such as this, even the most ardent fans struggle to come to terms with what people who provide their entertainment often go through. It's heartbreaking to see people who want to live their dreams as idols and artists to have them ripped away by greedy, negligent, and incompetent managing companies. It's just wrong, and the CEOs should be jailed. Being a K-pop idol is so harsh. Sentiments like this were echoed by Udius, a British native who joined the group after several unsuccessful attempts, only to later decide to quit when she struggled with the demands.
I was not allowed to have phones, so every time I go for training, I have to put my phone in a basket. And they refer to all the trainees with code names or code numbers along with your name. So trainee number 1, Seunga. Trainee number 2, Jonghyun. In Korean standards, she was quite chubby. I don't think she's chubby at all. She looked quite nice. But Korean girls, especially the trainees, some of the trainees are really, really skinny, alright? And they would bully the chubby girl quite a lot. I've seen it happen, but I couldn't do anything about it because I have to proceed on with my trainings.
Selected by SM Entertainment at the age of 17, Han Gung of Super Junior claims that he suffered from kidney problems, chronic gastritis, a disc herniation, along with declining emotional health from not having a day off in years. In interviews, he revealed he was working under exhaustive conditions and that the contract's length of 13 years was unlawful. He sought to get out of his contracts, and the court ruled in his favor in 2010. However, the dangers of being in the K-pop sphere don't only come from within the system, as for all that their bosses demand from them, they're not always safe from their fanatical fans either. In the world of K-pop, there exists a group known as Sasaengs, obsessive fans who, driven by a toxic mix of entitlement and idol worship, constantly cross the line between admiration and invasion when it comes to their favorite artists. Even the most successful groups aren't safe from this treatment, with BTS's Jungkook recently suffering from it. Over the years, he had previously spoke of his annoyance over people hanging around his house.
Hello. JK, where are you going? I'm going home. 집 가는 길. 요즘도 집 앞에 사생 있더라. 찾자가 이 새끼들아.
But recently, it reached its height when a fan broke into his home just hours after he was released from his mandatory service in the army.
This is the scene in front of BTS member Jungkook's residence in Yongsan District, Seoul, yesterday afternoon. A Chinese woman in her 30s, known simply as Ms. A, sat crouched on the pavement with her luggage, restlessly shifting her position due to boredom and brushing her teeth in a peculiar moment. Ms. A roamed around Jungkook's home before police caught her. She was caught right in the act by the police, who quickly arrived after receiving a report from a concerned neighbor. She was caught repeatedly trying to enter BTS Jungkook's home by pressing his door code multiple times.
As the incident shocked the internet, Jungkook himself recalled how it went down from his perspective.
CCTV를 보고 있었는데 경찰분 오셔서 이쪽으로 오셔가지고 이제 주차장이 지하니까 이 지하 주차장에 이제 신발을 해서 소리가 나는데 제가 그걸 계속 다 상황을 보고 있었거든요. 소리가 나니까 갑자기 바삭바삭 와가지고 문을 열려고 하는 거예요. 아, 문을 열었는데 눈앞에 경찰이 있었어요.
However, shocking as it was, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Back in the 90s, a veteran known as Lee Bon, who initially made her name in K-dramas before transitioning to music, experienced one of the most horrifying situations imaginable. It was a cold day while she concluded filming on a music video, and to help her get home fast, she asked the manager to venture out to the car and start it up.
아니요, 그때 촬영이 끝나고 좀 날씨가 추웠어요. 추워서 차를 이제 좀 시동을 걸어놓고.
Afterwards, she walks down a deserted path to get to her vehicle, when suddenly, she was attacked from nowhere. And hours later, she woke up in an unfamiliar location.
그러고 나서 아침에 눈을 딱 떴어요. 내 방이 아닌 거야.
Soon, she heard the kidnapper arguing with someone else, and she rose to confront them, only to learn that she'd been kidnapped because the man who'd carried it out had a brother who loved her. Strangely, Lee didn't contact the police and actively spent time with them. In turn, She was rewarded with a sports car and even tried to ask for her hand in marriage, which she naturally declined. Now, that was certainly a lucky escape because in someone else's hands, that could have gone very, very badly. Shockingly, she's not even the only K-pop idol to almost be taken against her will. In a similar incident, there was an attempt to kidnap Taeyeon of Girls' Generation while she was on stage at the Angel Price Music Festival. Thankfully, her fellow artists and team did what they could to pull her away from the attack and ensure she remained safe. And while you'd assume that these weird incidents occur due to crazy supporters of these artists, something unique to K-pop is the notion of anti-fans, who are essentially clubs who join together by virtue of their loathing of certain artists. But there are times where this goes far beyond merely trolling them online, as Yoonho of TVXQ learned firsthand via an attempted poisoning incident in 2006. Reflecting back, he said that a fan came up to him and gave him a drink, only for him to then realize after he drank it that it had super glue in it. In the process, he was hospitalized and later reflected on the lasting impact of it all down the line. After the incident, I briefly considered quitting the entertainment industry. I couldn't even talk to people properly. My eyes would keep wandering. I think I might have an anxiety disorder. He also added, I did get treatment, and later I was angry at having that trauma. So I tried to recover by drinking the same brand of the beverage. This was far from the only incident where things got drastically out of line. In 2024, former Tiara member Lee Arium reportedly attempted to take her own life. In the aftermath, she revealed that the relentless harassment she faced from anti-fans had pushed her to such a heartbreaking point. Considering how much things got out of hand in these scenarios, you would think that it would maybe lead to systematic change in the industry, particularly because things do get to this extreme point where artists take their own life or die prematurely at a shockingly high rate. As opposed to being a new phenomenon, Kim Seung-jae of the famed duo Do was found dead in a hotel room with a total of 28 needle marks on his body back in 1995. Reportedly, traces of thalidomide zolazepam, an injectable anesthetic usually used on cats and dogs, were found in his system. It was later revealed that the substance had been purchased by his girlfriend. But while he would be the first K-pop star to die far too early, he certainly wouldn't be the last. And all too often, it came at their own hand. Back in 2015, Trainee An Sojin, who appeared on the reality show The Kara Project, passed away when she fell from the 10th story of a building. Later down the line, it was revealed that she had been suffering from depression. A few years later, Jonghyun of the popular group Trainee died in 2017 by suicide. Reportedly, the singer's sister raised the alarm after receiving some troubling text messages from him. "Please let me go," Jonghyun reportedly told her. "Tell me I did well." Speaking after the fact, fellow idol 99 revealed that Jonghyun had given her a letter and asked her to release it should he ever disappear from this world. "I suffered and agonized about it," the letter read. "I never learned how to turn this pain into happiness. I was not meant to lead a life in the public eye. Why did I make those decisions? It's ridiculous. It's great that I even made it this far." Clearly, the pressures of the K-pop world are immensely stressful, even if you're playing by the rules, but things are just as bad for those who try to rebel. A vocal feminist during her rise to the top, Sulli, former member of the girl group FX, died in 2019, aged 25, following a long struggle with online bullying stemming from her outspoken ways. The news sent the entire scene reeling, particularly her close friend Goo Hara, a member of the group Kara. Immediately, there were concerns over what this would do to her friend.
끝났고 당시에 하라 씨는 일본에서 공연 중이었는데 그때 인스타그램 라이브를 켜고 굉장히 좀 불안정한 모습으로 눈물을 쏟으면서 털리야 언니가 미안해, 장례식장 꼭 갈게, 뭐 이런 내용이었던 것 같아요. 사실 그 영상 라이브에도 악플들이 많이 달렸었어요. 그러니까 왜 이렇게 친구의 죽음을 너의 뭐 인기에 이용하냐? 뭐 이런 내용이었던 것 같아요.
잠이 안 와요. 잠 깼어요.
Tragically, he was found dead at home a month later. after posting a message which simply said goodnight on Instagram. And in hindsight, it was clear that this could have and should have been avoided. Her case was a red flag. She had attempted suicide before. That meant she could try again anytime, said Lee Dong-gui, a psychology professor at Yonsei University. She was definitely categorized high risk, in need of treatment, Lee added. Goo should not have been left alone. Other times, the causes of what led a young star to pass remain shrouded in mystery. Such was the case with Jonghyun of TST in 2020.
K-pop star Jonghyun has passed away at age 28. The musician, who was part of the K-pop group TST, has died. His cause of death is currently unknown. Jonghyun's label KJ Entertainment confirmed the sad news to The Guardian and issued a statement saying, "We are sad to relay the most unfortunate, sorrowful news. On June 16th, TST member Jonghyun left this world. The late Jonghyun's family is currently in deep mourning." Fans were shocked by the sad news and flooded social media with their reactions. One person wrote, "Deepest condolences to TST, their fandom, their friends and family, and those who loved Jonghyun. His memory, message, and legacy will never be forgotten." As
the news broke, his label announced that the family has pleaded that media articles about Jonghyun's passing, such as those making speculations about the cause of his death, be refrained out of respect. "We express our deepest condolences in light of Jonghyun's final parting." And to date, the cause was never publicly announced. Most recently, the K-pop world was shocked by the passing of Moonbin, who is from the acclaimed group Astro in 2023, a famous face who had been a child actor since appearing in Boys Over Flowers at the age of 11. His death came in the middle of a world tour of his duo with fellow Astro member Sanha.
Moonbin started as a child actor and grew to popularity when he joined boy band Astro in 2016. Moonbin's record label announced his death on Twitter, saying his fellow artists mourned him with very deep sadness and shock. The company says he suddenly left us and became a star in the sky.
And while the exact cause of death was still being investigated, at first, the police said Moonbin appears to have taken his own life, and since then, this mystery has remained. Clearly, this is an epidemic and has led to certain stars coming out to demand that the world sit up and take notice. In the wake of Goo Hara's death, Kim Dong-won of boy band Shinhwa wrote on Instagram that many stars were fighting a battle within themselves, debating how much sickness they can bear in their hearts and continue to work, all for the sake of the sweetness that money and fame provides. All too often, this internal battle and the pressures presented by K-pop results in a tragedy where their fans and family are left distraught by what happened. But it's safe to say that not every artist suffers from fame. Instead, some of them are corrupted by fame in other ways that are similar to the kind of story you hear from Diddy than the usual K-pop cautionary tale. This was the case when it came to Seungri of Big Bang, a group which had sold hundreds of millions of records. From the outset, he was the most controversial figure in the group, as photos of him asleep in bed were sold to a tabloid by a Japanese fan who claimed to have had a one-night stand with the idol. Initially, he tried to make amends for this, acting contrite on South Korean TV. It was the first time in history that an idol became the center of a scandal like that, he said. "The tabloid I was published in is very famous. They don't even bother to talk to anyone who isn't famous. It was my first scandal, but it was so big." After that, you'd think the allure of fame would mean that he would remain on the straight and narrow. Even his bandmates had begged him to not mess things up, while the other members served their time in the military.
来年は VI 一人がビッグバンの顔ですよ。
そうですよ。
本当ですか？だから気をつけてよ。もう事故があるともう終わるよ。お願い。もう事故がお願いします。もうないですよ。事故は俺じゃないでしょうが今。終わるよ。事故は俺じゃないよ今。
But ultimately, this was the precursor to a darker tale in 2019 that resolved around his involvement in the Gangnam club known as Burning Sun. Over time, Seungri nurtured a playboy image and opened the club with money from private investors, using his birthday party as a front to raise money.
승리가 당시에 한국에 있는 되게 젊은 여자들을 열 몇 명을 데리고 필리핀에 있는 휴양지 팔라완으로 간 일이 있었습니다. 승리는 그 파티에 본인이 투자를 받고 싶어하는 그 재력가들을 모으고
Alright guys, let's go back and let's work. Yeah, you guys go and work.
그 다음에 재력가들과의 어떤 그런 커넥션 뭐 이런 것들을 해서 큰 투자를 받고 그리고 버닝썬이라는 강남에서 당시에 가장 큰 클럽이 열게 되는 거죠.
And while he was initially living the life while his group members were in the military, a massive data leak meant that this soon became a source of a great deal of scandal as he and his associates' depraved behavior came to light.
버닝썬에서 물뽕을 먹고 이제 정신이 나간 여자애들 본 횟수는 거의 매일 봤죠.
CCTV footage emerges of a woman being dragged from the club by staff.
뭐 이런 문제들이 계속해서 나오게 되면서 버닝썬 사태는 걷잡을 수 없이 커지게 된 거죠.
Among the many unseemly activities which went down at this club were various acts of molka, a Korean term for filming someone having intercourse without their knowledge.
팀원이 저한테 와서 그 얘기를 했어요. 이제 굉장히 중요한 손님이 룸에 들어갔는데 본인한테 이런 동영상을 같이 찍자고 시켰다. 시켜서 같이 찍었는데 이 동영상이 퍼지고 있다. 이게 뭐 문제가 되지 않을까 이렇게 저한테 얘기를 했었거든요. 그 비디오에는 이제 여자애가 완전 아예 마시가 있는 그런 표정으로 이제 완전 다 벗겨져 있었고요. 그런 동영상들이 워낙 많았고 그런 사진도 많이 찍고 올리고 그런 게 많았기 때문에 그때는 그게 그렇게 문제된다는 생각은 잘 안 했죠.
But this was just a starting pistol, and before long, Seungri and various other famous figures were hit with accusations pertaining to sexual assault, prostitution, distribution, hidden camera footage, tax evasion, and police corruption. It was such a big deal that even South Korean President Moon Jae-in commented on them, stating that if the truth is not revealed, we cannot say it's a just society. The controversy had a massive impact on the K-pop industry, with shares in the YG agency that were behind Big Bang sliding by almost 16%, while other K-pop management companies also suffered losses. With that, he tried to get ahead of the narrative and stepped away from the group and music altogether. It would be better for me to retire from the entertainment scene at this point, he said in a since deleted Instagram post. As this scandal is too big, I have decided to retire. As for the ongoing investigation, I will take it seriously to clear myself of all allegations. I give my heartfelt sincere thanks to fans at home and abroad who gave their love for the past 10 years, and I think this should be it for the sake of the reputation of YG and Big Bang. I have faced heavy criticism from the public for the last month and a half, and I'm being probed by all investigative authorities in the country. As I've been branded as a national traitor, I cannot stand the fact that I'm harming others for my own sake. Despite his best efforts, the scandal refused to blow over, and later, Seungri was booked by police for distributing secretly obtained obscene photographs within a group chat. He had previously been booked on charges related to allegations of his brokering sexual services for business partners. He also admitted to spreading illegal footage, but not filming it. Then, it was claimed Seungri's alleged procurement of prostitution began earlier than previously known, with investigators speculating it started as early as December 2015. Eventually, he was indicted on charges such as organizing prostitution, habitual gambling, and illegal foreign currency trading, leading to him being sentenced to 3 years in prison in August 2021 before it was brought down to 18 months. Nowadays, he's back out of jail, but where a rapper might be able to recover their career after a scandal like that, there is simply no way to regroup following something like that within Korean culture. Despite all the glitz and glamour that new K-pop fans might encounter upon first finding their favorite artists, more seasoned admirers of the genre have to juggle their love of the music with the knowledge that below everything they appreciate about it were the dark realities that lurk just out of sight. Let's just hope that over time, things change within the industry, or these tragic and crazy events might continue to occur for decades. Because if so, that'd be a damn shame when so much of it seems preventable or could have been avoided.